I'm also going to look for any inconsistencies, and I'm going to put that aside, and I'll show you why as I do it. All right, so here's an inconsistency. That was one that I had a bubble. I'm going to make this the bottom, okay? And I'll be able to smooth that out later on. So that's the bottom one. This is going to be the top one. I'm going to look at this one, and this one's okay. This one's okay.
We have multiple inconsistencies, but all of them are inconsistent. I'm just planning ahead.
They probably will be, and I just changed my mind. This one's a little thicker than this one, so this is now the top.
Now, I'm going to guess the major difference between these slabs and pinch pots is that we want these to be super consistent, where pinch pots obviously are a little less consistent,
Yep.
most handmade, but are you just doing that, telling us this for an aesthetic reason, or because it's a structural difference? Because
There's a structural difference.
between pinch pots and slabs?
Yes,
Why?
because this is much more complicated to get together. The pinch pot, it's all one thing. There's no seams, for the most part. And this is all seams, and it causes problems. Okay?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So now I've top, bottom, my 4 sides. So I'm just going to go through, and this takes a little planning ahead. Either that, or you're going to have to ask your table mate to help you, because you won't have enough hands. So I'm going to go completely around this one. And if you look at the little blue one that I brought in, the lady that made that, Nancy Patterson, or Peterson, I can't remember how she pronounced her last name. She put the slabs on the outside of her bottom slab, which to me makes it really hard to get together, and you run into cracking problems. What I'm talking about is she took the slabs, and instead of putting it this way like I'm going to, she put it this way. And that's a real problem. I will suggest do it this way. It's much easier. But if you want to do it the hard way, that's okay. Now, I can take and put this one here, but it's going to fall down, right? And I know that. So I've got to build an L, or a right angle, because it'll support itself and that won't fall down. So now this one's going to go here, and then this one is going to go here. But these are all the same size, and they won't fit, right? Okay, and I'm not actually going to make a cube. I'm going to make a rectangle, because I'm not going to cut down the sides because of the thickness of the top and the bottom. I'm just going to pretend that that's okay. So now what I know is, I know how thick these are, and if I take and double that thickness, okay, because I got one side here and one side here, and I'm going to cut twice that thickness off. Everybody understand what I'm doing? Okay. If you don't, when you do this, you won't do it right. So now this piece will fit between the two sides. Okay? And I know that I got to make this other piece conform, so I'm going to take and cut it now. I'm cutting it just a hair big, because if I cut it a hair small, it's disastrous. It's hard to fill in. And if I cut it a little big, I can always take it, paddle it, and I'm going to paddle it anyway. Okay? So now these two pieces have tops and bottoms. This is the top, this is the bottom. This is a side, this is a side.